Hey, it's Bryce here. Today I wanted to show you how you can quickly and easily create a QR code with any data that you want to encode inside of it. Oftentimes this is an easy way so you can share your website or another URL with another user, especially when you're on the go and someone has a cell phone ready and you can show them the QR code. Alright, let's get started, let's go. So first we're going to go to gammaaxon.com. That's going to look like this website. Once you're here, you go ahead and click the login button if you already have an account. If not, you can click the register button. When clicking register, just give yourself a username. This is going to be public to everybody on the platform, so make sure that's something you want to share. Then give yourself an email, and then set a password here, and click submit to create your account. If you already have an account, you can go ahead and click sign in. Once you're there, you'll insert your username, and you'll insert your password, and then you go ahead and click login. All right, once we're inside the portal, you're going to want to go ahead and find the runner here that says generate a QR code. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. And then to supply inputs, you're just going to click to the right of this first field that says data to be encoded. So here we're going to go ahead and take this URL, https://example.com, and we're going to go ahead and paste it to the right of that field. And then we're going to just press the tab button. And when we press tab, the run button will appear. Once we do that, we'll click the run button after pressing tab, and that will go ahead and kick off the runner. This will take, a little bit of time to complete, and once it completes, it will populate the website. So there's really nothing you need to do there. Just wait. Now you can go ahead and download the individual QR code.png file, or you can download all the files that are in the output section in a zip by clicking this outputs button. So I'll go ahead and click the outputs button to get the zip file. Just putting this inside of my downloads folder here. I'm just going to give it today's date, 25/04/21, and save the zip file there. I just click that outputs button to do that. I can also just download the straight ping file by clicking on that and dumping it into the outputs folder. And then once it's there, I'll go ahead and open the folder. And on Mac, I can just double click on the zip file to extract it. And then I can go ahead and click on the QR code.png file. Here you go, here's our QR code. If we scan this, it will take us over to the example.com domain. All right, that's a quick and easy way to generate a QR code. If you're interested in the source code that I use to generate that, most of the source code for the runners that I use are in this GitHub called TweekFawkes. And so if you browse over there and go to the repositories, you will find a repository that starts with the name runner_. And then from there, you can scroll through and find the one that talks about a QR code. Let's see if we can find it real quick. QR code right here. So we'll go ahead and click on that. And basically the way the runners work is that this runner.yaml file defines how the runner works. Now you don't really need to know or understand this to get the QR code. You could just follow the part of the video in the front. But if you're interested, this is how it works. So these build commands occur when we go to build the runner. So for example, we're going to install what's in requirements.txt. In this runner, you can see we're installing the pillow library and the QR code library as part of that. And then when the web interface appears, it's going to ask for one input being text of type text, and that's the data being encoded. That's where we copied and pasted this https example.com URL. And then last but not least, we're going to stitch this name up here to the input that's going to get passed as a parameter to the app.py file when the user clicks that runner button. The app.py file here has the logic to generate the QR code, and anything that gets put in the outputs folder from our script is going to get zipped up and displayed to the user in that outputs field as part of the output, right here. That's that outputs right there. All right, so that's a high level how this works under the hood. If you have any questions, feel free to join the Discord. If you go to gammaaxon.com and you go to contact, you can hit up this Discord right here. And when you go to the Discord, I'll be on there and able to answer more questions. All right, thanks. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.